Okay, it looks like I am live. So I just had a bit of technical issue there trying to uh, get the thing to work properly because I don't go live that often, but I just wanted to do a quick video, but I didn't want to mess about having to upload it, so I just thought I would go live. I don't know how many people will come, if anybody. Um, but it's just that I just wanted to get to record this particular video. I've been meaning to for the past few days. Um, and the topic is mainly my experience that I had at Ostara, which was about a week ago. Was it a week ago? So, 20, 21st, something like that. Um, so, hi, Mikey. Yes, I can see your comment this time. Good to see you. Um, yes, so I think it was about the 21st, wasn't it, that weekend? A star. It was a Saturday, I think, and was it the 20th or the 21st? Um, um, but hello, Jen from Jen's Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation. Good to see you. So I'll just give a few moments. Then I'll get on because I don't want to be too long because I think someone else is waiting to go live and I don't want to encroach upon their time. Um, so let me just have a quick look. Yes, it was Saturday the 20th. That was a Stara, and that's when I did, I did my ritual for a Stara, and it was quite a important and um, very, very powerful time for me and had an important and significant effect on me and an important message for me too. And I just wanted to share it in case that message applies to anybody else. If anyone can get something from it, basically. So if that can be of help to anybody, then I'll just turn on. I'm just trying to get a better view of the comments. Okay, so got my tablet here. So I decided I was really getting excited for Ostara and, the sense of things awakening, a new beginning. Um, Hi, Selkie, good to see you. I know it's getting a bit late for us here in the UK, but I thought I'd just pop on for half an hour. Um, And yes, the star time of the earth reawakening, things springing to life, and all of that kind of thing. It's just an exciting time when spring is springing's coming. You've got it's the sort of spring equinox. You've got the equal light and the equal dark, and everything like that. So everything seems to be, the winters come to an end and everything's reawakening. So yeah, and there was a time when I didn't celebrate them at all, Jen. So I'm with you on that one. I understand that, and everybody celebrates the Sabbats and everything. It's not for everybody, but that's fine. You do what I'm going to say. There was a time when I didn't, but I've gotten into them, and it's become an important part of how I mark different points of the year, and some I connect with more than others. And this time, yes, I seem to really connect with Astara, and the other thing that I've been starting to connect with recently is dragon energy. I mean, and I found a book that linked dragon energy with the different Sabbats of the year, and that I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I'll just try and show you the book if anybody wants to know which one it is. I haven't read the entire book because he's like a beginning bit that explains about dragons, dragon energy, um, and all that kind of thing, which I knew a little bit about because I'd read DJ Conway's Dancing with Dragons, um, and so I did know a little bit about that. But this did have a few different aspects that I hadn't read, and it put it over perhaps in a more simpler way to understand. And then it's sort of the rest of, when it has a couple of chapters on that and what different things for principles of dragon magic and fairy and things like that. And then after that, you've got chapters for each of the different Sabbats and how a particular dragon energy can connect with that Sabbath. So it goes through that. So I haven't read all of them. I jumped to the one which was for Ostara to see what it said about that, and I was going to show you the book. I'm just because I got the ebook, so I haven't got a physical book to show you. But that's the ebook. If you can, why is it doing that? It might not show up. Let me it's called Year of the Magical Dragon, and I'll put a link to it below when the video is over. You can get it on Amazon, and I got the ebook on Amazon. So don't know if the black and white image. That's the book, and it's written by Virginia Chandler for a seasonal journey of magic and ritual, and it goes through the entire year. So and it has things as well about how recipes for various oils to use in a ritual if you want to use oils. I didn't actually use them in the ritual that I did. I've not got into that yet, but if you want that, it has some ideas for oils to be able to create yourself, and different things like that. So you make of it how you want, and I adapted the Ostara one, and so the type of dragon energy that was connected with Ostara was the that of waking dragons, the waking dragon energy, which fits with Ostara because it's about the earth waking up and things coming to life. So that was like the focus of it, and it gives you how to sort of call upon the different elemental dragons and things like that. And so I did my little ritual. I did, and the other thing I did, little tangent to connect with Ostara, was also, as well as with the dragons, and is involving the energy of the deities that I work with, and Gaia is the main one. Although and then I also work with Poseidon and occasionally with Odin. And I thought, well, I wanted to decorate my altar with things that were connected to a star. An obvious thing is like the egg sort of thing, and I wanted to decorate some eggs. And I'd previously read a book on sigil witchery. I forget, it's quite if you get the physical book, it's quite a big book. I forget who it's by just now, but it's called Sigil Witchery, and it 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 takes a different approach to sigils, to what the old sort of way of where you write out a thing and you cross out duplicate letters and maybe get rid of vowels, and then out of the ones remaining, you create a symbol. This takes some more organic, and yes, the eggs, yes. This takes a more organic, sort of more creative, where you take common symbols or symbols that you associate certain things with, so a circle might represent a certain thing to you. It's more how you connect with certain symbols and what they represent to you. So an example of what it is, I did an egg for each of the deities that I work with, and this is the one for Gaia, and that's the sigil I created for Gaia that represents Gaia. And if I I've got the top bit there is like the three phases of the moon, which is the moon is connected to the earth, so that's part of Gaia. And then these are like branches of trees with leaves at the end. And then the bottom's like a spiral, which is like the energy, the spiral energy that goes around the earth. And of course, I painted it sort of with the greeny, brown, earthy color. And I use that in the Ostara ritual that I did to connect that energy in there as well. So I did one with his sigil, and then Odin's was like a browny red for his, because those are the colors I associate with them. So I did that, and I called it the dragon energy, and but mainly for this, it was like the earth, because it's the earth reawakening and life coming back to the earth, to the world. And I've seen Jeff in the chat, and he's just done a video about the Earth and ascending. I haven't had a chance to really watch it yet. I will watch it. He knows I will. But Tattooed Spirit, head over to his channel. Not now, because you're watching me. Uh, but in the future, go to his channel. I highly recommend it, and watch that video too. So that's what I did, and then after I did sort of like the ritual marking this sort of awakening. There was a meditation in that dragon book that I showed you, that I told you about, that I will put in the link below. And there was like a meditation for the waking dragon, and it was like a guided meditation. And how I did it was I actually read it out from the book and recorded my voice saying it, so that then I was listening to it as I was, so I could follow it as I was speaking the meditation to myself, and it helped me to do that. And I'm not going to tell you the entire meditation at this point. But basically, you're going into you're walking up. It starts you at the bottom of a mountain path, with the ground beginning to come to life. And there's a path that goes round, and there's like a rune stone that guides you to the cave. Now I thought that this um was just an arrow, but I since realized it was the rune Kenaz, which represents knowledge and means torch, which when you get to the cave, you find a torch to guide you through, and then it's where you're getting the knowledge from. So it does sort of connect with there, and you could go through and you find the waking dragon, and it leads you through the caves into a spot where um you connect with the earth and the energy of Ostara, and there's a beautiful meditation that goes along with that. And I actually, at one point in the meditation, I actually had tears in my eyes, because I actually could see and feel the energy going around the globe, and I could feel that energy was not just affecting me, but was going throughout the entire earth, and was that. And so it was quite an emotional emotional impact that I had from them. So that was a really good marking of Ostara for me. But that wasn't the end of it, because um, I didn't think that was enough. I wanted to get some further guidance of how I could use that energy in my life. So uh, I've got two Dragon Oracle decks, and I may do some walkthroughs of them at some point. Um, but this is the one I use, the Dragon Path Oracle deck, and I've just realised something, and I'll get to that in a moment. And I drew four cards from the Dragon Oracle, and the first card I drew was this card, the Divine Feminine, which fits with the Earth and Gaia and everything, and reawakening. But when I looked in the guidebook, and the in the key word, the key words for this card, the phrase for this card is, "It's time to stop playing small and claim your place within the circle of light." So, and that hit me. That hit me really hard. It's time to stop playing small and claim your place within the circle of light. And in the further on in the reading, it says, although Divine Feminine is the smallest of all the dragons, she carries an immense power. And this is her message to you: it matters not how small you may feel on the inside. In truth, you are more powerful than you could ever begin to imagine. The power is deep within you, and you know intuitively what is required of you. It is time to stop playing small and claim your place within the circle of light so that you shine. Others are drawn to you like the sunrise on summer solstice morning, so own it. It's yours. Own it without fear or ego, but with acceptance and grace. And that was the first card. That was the first card, and that really hit me, because something that I often do is, I suppose, some people might say it's the old British Reserve, or where we a bit more self-deprecating, and we don't like to think it's too great of ourselves, and yes, Mikey, the cards were definitely calling me out, and sometimes I would compare myself to others and think, well, I'm not as experienced as them, I'm not as knowledgeable as them, and you know, and this was like saying, no, you're talking small of yourself. Don't do that. Stop that. Stop playing small. You have a rightful place within the circle of light, just like anybody else. And where it says, own it without fear or ego, and I think part of that, embracing that, is a bit of fear, because of what embracing it will mean for me, and what changes that will bring. And sometimes change can be scary. Or ego. So it's not that I'm better than anybody else. It's not to inflate my ego, but it's to recognize that I may not be better than anybody else, but I'm certainly no worse than anybody else. I'm on an equal footing, and not to talk myself down in that way. So with acceptance and grace, you've got to accept that. And I thought that was a really important message for me. And I also, the reason I wanted to do this video was, one, so that I could look back on this video in the future and have a record of what was done, because I felt was a very important sort of time and message for me. But also, I wanted to encourage other people that may have the same problem, or may feel that they're nothing special. They compare themselves to others, and feel that, oh well, it's only little old me. Why would anybody want to in discussions with people, and Mikey will know what I'm talking about because he was part of them. When there was an issue, and I would say something about it, and I would just put something like, well, that's just my opinion for what it's worth, as if like, well, it's not really worth much, is it? And um, you know, and I did that after these cards came out, and I was reminded of it, and I was a bit called out by this reading. The other three cards, one was confidence, so that brings in that confidence that you need. It takes a bit of confidence to step out and take your place and shine your light. And the third card was the Gaia dragon. And, Gaia, Ostara, and I connect with a Gaia. So it was almost like Gaia saying, listen to me. And that's one of the reasons where I felt that connection with Gaia in the first place, going back. Yes, Jeff. It was the Gaia card came out, and it was like, look, I mean, and it was a similar message with Gaia, with to the divine feminine, which it all fitted together, and and the key phrases for Gaia was have courage to stand up for what you believe in your heart to be true. So, and then it goes on to talk about Gaia and the relevance with all of that. But that was the main thing. So it's having the courage, the confidence that came before it. And then to top it off, the final card, all right, the final card was emergence. So to emerge and to shine my light, to be part of light. But look at the card. It's a dragon coming out of an egg. And now I connected with a star, and it was a star, and I did the eggs, and it's the dragon emerging from the egg. So that was the fourth card. And it's time to emerge. And I've just realized that card, that card is actually on the front of the box. I've only just realized it when I was showing you what deck it was. So, and I've got a tingly feeling just now, but because it didn't occur to me it was the one on the box. Thank you, Jeff, for that comment. I feel different. So there you go. This is how the universe can work. This is how things can work if you open yourself up and you put yourself in there, and you choose to grow, and you give permission for the you open yourself up to that and give the universe permission to work, and you cooperate with that, and these sorts of things can happen. And this experience just shows you that anyone can receive this guidance. I was going to say, because if I can, anyone can, but that's not right thinking. I'm having to change the way I'm talking about myself. Because why shouldn't I? Um, you know, why shouldn't anyone be able to do this? This is what I'm saying. Anyone can experience not necessarily the exact same thing, but put your trust in there, put yourself there, and all these things can come in. And don't think that you're sort of, you don't qualify. Everybody qualifies for these experiences if you just choose to open up to it. So I just wanted to share that was my experience over Ostara, over the spring equinox time. And don't anyone think that you're too small or insignificant to be able to make a difference. That's my main message, and why I wanted to share this with you all, and to make a record, so I won't forget it. Although people like Mikey, who I'm in regular contact with, I'm sure won't let me forget about it. So and it's been great to share this all with you and to see people like Jen from Gen Science to Soul Tower and Transformation, who I remember doing a hashtag for, a video response for, and Jeff, who I've known for a while. It's great to see you again, and of course Mikey, my friend Mikey. Thanks for joining in. Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. For spending time with me, and I will get off to make way for somebody else I know wants to go live, that I want to go and take a look at. But thank you for joining me, and I hope to do many more videos like this. So I will say farewell to you all, and hope to see you again soon. Okay, take care everyone. Bye bye.